Yo, yo, giggity, yo. Welcome to the live stream show. I am your host, Retrophil, aka Soulless Ginge. Retrophil has died, Soulless Ginge is here! Hey, how do? How diddly do? Jesus Christ. We've jumped from 2 to 4. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Yo, yo, giggity, yo. Welcome to the Soulless Ginge Show. Oh. I don't like RE3. Hey Eric. I don't like RE3. I think it sucks. It's like the lamest game ever made. It's like truly awful. They should never have remade it. They should have just, you know, never made games at all. They should have just made potatoes.
Values that create the foundation for Umbrella.
Anyway, I have idiots outside my place because, you know, the bar's closed for a couple of months and suddenly they're back open. Now everybody's an absolute lightweight, so this is a plague we can kill. Why am I streaming again? Some people may wonder. I got bored. Plus it's the 3rd year anniversary of Chester's passing from Linkin Park. I love Linkin Park back in the day. I love the guy. Yeah. So we're just gonna do this, take some minds off it, share some memories if you like Linkin Park, if you love Linkin Park, whatever. Give us your memories of it. Yeah. Okay, so costume, should we do normal, stars, or OG RE3? Vote in the chat. OG. Reminds me of some old game that I had that kind of intro. Dino Crisis? I've never played Dino Crisis. Who could that be? Could it be that?
Hello?
Are you okay?
Yeah, we're going to be skipping all the cutscenes because we'll do that some other time. Whatever stuff. I was kind of out of gaming then, so I've got to really think. I know it wasn't. I know it wasn't Final Fantasy VII. Even though I've never played that game, I know it wasn't that. Tony Hawk's did have that kind of intro. That's why I really want to get a decent laptop and my capture card up and going to play old school Tony Hawk.
Over here.
Supremely noob that one right up.
You okay?
This all happened so fast.
I don't know. One fucked up thing always leads to another.
What else? Tony Hawk. There was the Matt Hoffman BMX games as well that kind of had that stuff. And the surfer guy, Kelly, I think.
I'm dreaming. How could this many people be infected?
Who was the other biker? Dave Mirra, that was it.
I'm sorry, Brad.
Fun fact, stick to the right and you won't get shocked. If you go down the centre, she gets stunned. Ugh. From hardcore and up, there is a guy there, and you get bit, you pretty much dead. Cool. Tony Hawk's is awesome. I'm really looking forward to the remake.
Hey, come on. There's a helicopter waiting to take you to
That is definitely potentially a day one purchase.
parking garage isn't far.
It's in here. Alright, gonna leave you to die, dude. So, what PS1 games, here we go, let's throw this out there. What PS1 games would you want to see remastered? Forget a remake, just literally the exact same game but just with today's graphics. What would you throw out? Because I've got a few. Darn.
Damn it! It's my turn, bitch!
My friend Jack had Tony Hawk 2, and I loved the shit out of that, and Tony Hawk 3. And I didn't play the first one till I got it myself, and I spent like 2 or 3 weeks just playing it non-stop. As soon as I was home from work and not doing anything else, I was playing Tony Hawk, and that's the first one I nearly finished. I think I got to like 1 level from finishing it. The soundtrack wasn't the best in the first one, but it was a hell of a game. It's one of those. It's, as soon as you learn how to play the controls and you start mastering it, it is a great game. 2 had a great soundtrack, and so did 3. I think 3's soundtrack's probably the best. That's where a lot of my new metal newbie sense of music comes from.
Don't you like that, man?
No thanks.
I mean, straight off the bat, because everyone wants it, Dino Crisis is a remake. Well, Tony Hawk's 2 was only on N64, PS1 and Dreamcast. Tony Hawk's 3 was on PS1 and PS2. And Tony Hawk's 4 was on PS1 and PS2. Don't play it. Seriously, just... Tony Hawk's 3 and 4, get them on the PS2. Do not play the PS1 versions. They are not good at all. They're absolutely terrible. I'm all for having a port to the previous console, but geez, that game, it did not work well on a PS1. Tony Hawk 3 and 4. But since everyone wants it, the Dino Crisis has to be thrown out as a PS1 game brought up now. I'd say 1 and 2, just get it out of the way. Parasite Eve, I would love to see Parasite Eve with today's graphics. It looks like an amazing game. It's one that I really want to get.
Do that?
It didn't come out over here in the UK, only part 2 did. So it would be... I think I can get it on the PlayStation Network. If I buy an American account, which is fine. But I don't want to do that, I want to own the physical games. What else was there? There's Parasite Eve. As the third game is The Third Birthday on the PSP, so the PSP's got some love there. Okay. Oh, don't want that. It's not the rocket to the face run. Okay, so we don't want the knife, because the knife is pretty useless in this one. What else is there? Tekken. I would love to see old school Tekken with new school graphics. The 2 Spider-Man games, Spider-Man and Spider-Man Electro's Revenge, or Enter Electro, whatever it was called. That would be awesome. I think that would be pretty sweet. What else did we play? Die Hard Trilogy. Upgrade the graphics on that, and that's instant money, because that was a banger of a game, as was Alien Trilogy. That's just a FPS, so that would be all kinds of awesome. Lie down, Fabio. Pew! What else did we have on PS1 back in the day? Trying to think, what else did we have? I have. We don't need first aid sprays. Demolition Derby, however you pronounce it. That is a pretty cool game. They've done Spyro, haven't they, and Crash Bandicoot, so there's no point shouting out for that. Do 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 do. Oh no! Oh no! Kaboom! Anyone excited for Crash 4 coming out later this year? That'll be interesting. Oh, I got his shoulder. Really? Okay, he's brown bread, so... Itchy ear. I got an itchy ear. Okay, I'll just go in here. Dump everything off. Box. Ugh, I can't hear it. Whatever PlayStation 1 games did we play? MDK, that's not a bad little game. That was quite fun. Obviously they've done Resident Evil to death, so 9 3 7. There we go. Maybe Resident Evil Survivor, because that's not a bad little game. I would certainly give a... Did I get the bullets by the door? I'm not in the right part yet. Idiot. That's the other door. Lie down, Sydney. There we go. From hardcore and above, there is a person here. So make sure you don't run out, or otherwise you will get bitten. Boom! Kaboom! Yo, 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 giggity, yo. Look, dude. No means no. Ooh, right in the junk. No means no. There's your clip right there. This is just cash. Had a guy jump in earlier, giving me his statistics about RE7 for like an hour. I was being so polite. I wasn't telling him to F off or anything. Oh, it was fun. It was alright. There you go. We're in. Just call me Peter Pan, because I make zombies fly. Yeah, this is just a quick run on standard. You know, just pure cash. Nothing but casual today. Tomorrow night we're going to be doing, because he whined for it. Ew! What's it called? Not a Hero DLC. So first time plays, we're going to have Not a Hero DLC. What's that? Not a Hero DLC? Me neither. Yeah, Tony Hawk's 1 and 2 is getting remastered. It's out. It's either this year or next year. And that is literally going to be a day one purchase. I cannot wait for it. I pre-ordered it ages ago. As soon as it was announced, that was it. Money was down. Ginge will play that game. Yeah. So that will be streamed day one. I will make sure I have the day off for that. We'll be on there streaming the hell out of it. I'm going to try and make sure I've got the weekend, so I can pick it up and then just play through the whole weekend. And if we've got everything set up, compare it to PS1 version. Yeah. I think they're both great. To be fair, I haven't really played 4. That's the only one I haven't really played. But 1, 2, and 3 are legit ledge. Ooh. Come on. Pew! I'm just gonna give you a nose checkup. Yep, nothing in there. Yeah, so tomorrow night it'll be Not a Hero and what's the other one? End of Zoe. If I've got enough time and it doesn't take all night. Yeah, that goes there now. We pick up the shotgun because the shotgun's fun. That's just cool. So Homeboy's going to wake up. Actually, no, Homeboy's not going to wake up. Homeboy's going to come through the door. Like so. Just say no, mate. It's not good attacking women. Especially when they're Jill, she'll kick your ass. So yes, tomorrow night the second official first time plays is on the schedule. Everything else is down. What is it we got? Wednesday, I believe we're continuing Mega Man 10. I know, we're continuing Mega Man 10 with finishing it with bass, and then potentially starting Mega Man 9. Or possibly doing some of the challenges, and then Friday is I can't remember what Friday is. I think Friday is Resident Evil 6. We're playing through Jake's campaign, and then Saturday is the premiere of Multi-Game Madness with the Streets of Rage trilogy, and Sunday is the premiere of Games I've Never Beat with Mega Man 7. So we've got a week of premieres. She's a squirter. Ew. Okay, so we're going to help pull back. So there we go. And yeah, we want. I don't know why I'm doing that, because I always set to the first one. So it's unlocked, so we can just chuck it later. I don't want that just yet because. Cool. So. So yeah, we had some real interesting stuff this morning. Just trying to route the 4-hour run, and I need the shotgun. No, I don't. I don't need the shotgun. It's so funny trying to kill them. Now, the amount of times I tried to do that bit for the project and never did it, I would always end up having to use the shotgun. It's so disappointing. Wakey wakey. Ew. Just call me Melons. Yeah, my accuracy sucks. What's up, tons of fun? Where's she gone? Lie down. Ooh. Let's wake you up. You're dead. You're dead. You not making babies. No babies for Tubby. If anybody's ever seen RoboCop, I know. If anybody's ever seen RoboCop, they'll get that joke straight away. I did not mean to do the crotch shot on the ladies though. No babies for Tubby. I think that's going to be the name of the clip. So that was like 27 minutes. I'll do it later. Time to get me another bag. Oh. Okay, so because I hate these things, we're going to do this. Well, if they don't like it, it's not my fault. There's loads of people here, aren't there? There's like 5 people. It's like, chill. My mods are sound. You just don't act like a fool. Don't come in bragging. Don't come in backseat gaming, and we're fine. Not on your first day anyway. It's cool. Just chill. It's all about having fun. Making memes. Getting throat punched by these things. There you go. There's your alien reference. Danger Bubbles, the Banhammer Happy Moderator. Fucking hell, that's a lot of words. There. Where'd you go? You little slippery little suds. We are here remembering Chester Bennington anyway, so it's all about the memes. We gotta have some fun today. It's not as good as when Leon did it, Jill, sorry. Leon just had the swag. Did that just thing go through the wall, or did I actually blow it up? I do like how she's pretty much Ellen Ripley from Aliens in this now. Where are you? I can hear you. Yeah, that was Sherry in part 2. Because Jill is definitely more like Ripley in this, and Sherry is like Newt. But that was the big homage, according to an article in one of the Japanese magazines. That was the whole purpose of Claire and Sherry. Son of a bitch. Okay, come on. Burst. But yeah, over the weekend we smashed through 6. Leon's in like a night and an hour. And then we flew through Chris's straight after, so hopefully that got him. Ah, saw ya. Nope. What a first date. That's because I missed them through the through that wall. Go on. That's the only thing I'll say about this, and it's literally just that little bit repetitive. Because it doesn't really change up the spawn points, just the aggression a little bit. Miss me. Okay, so we need to take a grenade for Nemi.
Okay. All that leaves in the main power switch.
She's going to come through the wall. Okay. So there we go. Won't be using that ever again. We'll take all 3. How's our health? Perfect. Let's go.
Carlos, it's Jill. I've restored power to the subway.
Nice going. Next up is the traffic control system. It should be in the subway company's offices. Unfortunately, all I can tell you is this is somewhere around here.
You don't even know what they're doing?
Thank you, partner.
Not your partner. She's got so much sass. It's great. Here we go. Yeah, Inferno is just literally rocket launcher and run. Oh no, Jill dead. Jill gonna die. Carlos doesn't live her anymore. Open up. We'll use that in a second because we get a full mag out of it. Man, is he grumpy. Whoop. Look, dude, no means no. Can you tell I haven't played this for a couple of days? Can you tell I haven't played this for a while? Okay. So put that away for a minute. Defense. Right, if we look down, Nemesis does not appear because he's got nowhere to land. If that makes sense. So if everyone played N64 games and had the terrible, terrible fog, you can use that to your advantage. I learnt that from watching one of the speedrunners. Obviously, it doesn't matter in the rooms because, you know. There's that, so... I thought I killed everyone. Cheers, mate. Do. Pick up the shotty shells. Fara Sa 2 232.
Carlos, it's me. I finished finishing some.
He's gonna become Parasite. If you go back in, he'll head back. If you go that way, you're going to see Nemi with a ton of dudes. If you head up there, he could get you on the roof, so we'll just run around. Get ourselves a grenade, because I can't remember if this is where he drops a second item or not. Let's hang fire here for a second. Oh, look at all those donuts. Donuts. Could really go for a donut right now. I love this bit. He's making Las Plagas. There we go. Second crate. No, Jill, carbs. Too many carbs, Jill. I'm really not having fun with the dodge today. Don't forget that, just get straight in there. Miss me. No donuts, Jill, no donuts. No cream filled, no jam filled, none of it. Okay, let's open that one a minute. And a suppressor, so that's always good. So that can go away, that can go away. Yes, it is. On Inferno, it's you just tap the button constantly, especially on the final fight. I just tend to put the manual in for the memes now, because I've played through and done it, and it's just Kaz now, so I beat it on Inferno. I've platinumed it. I can go through it without the stuff. I just can't be bothered. So shotgun stock can go away for a second. Want those grenades. We'll take the shotgun actually. And stock. Oh. It's like if you're using the dodge on Final Nemesis on Inferno, it's ridiculous. And not ridiculous as in it's terrible, it's ridiculous at how easy it is. Yet you try that on any others, specifically standard, and it's not amazing. It is quite troll happy. But I would say the only part of the game that I truly thought I hate it is Nemesis on Nightmare. I had a lot more difficulty with him on Nightmare than I did on Inferno. Inferno took me about 20 minutes, Nightmare took me about an hour. Anyway, onwards.
Come on, freaky ass doctor. You want ours? Okay.
Don't you fuck up my quote, you little bitch. That's like the best line in fucking Resident Evil history. How dare you? You scrub. Come on, cum. There you go, cum stain. So we will... Getting rid of it. Ginge, how could you do that? The project I've done, I have spliced that quote into the end when she just before she jams the gun into his face, and then you hit the R2 and then she goes, "Next time, take the fucking hint." So the project I've done it is a proper fan style thing. It's taken ages, and then my laptop decided to start playing up, so the battery's died, so we can't. If we tried leaving it on the plug now decides to turn itself off, so we essentially can't. I don't want to risk leaving it to render with the way it is, so I will just transfer everything to the new PC when we get it. I'm pretty sure I've sussed what it is. It's just a case of we've got to wait until work picks back up, because it's not that it's not wasting money on the stream, so to speak. It's a case of I haven't got the money to put to this at the same time. I have to obviously pay bills first, and so I've got to be a bit stingy and frugal at the moment, so. But once I'm back in work properly, streams won't be like super long for most days. It'll only be like the Saturday, Sunday, and then my other day off, and then just like 2 shorter ones. But it'll be cool. But I will. Which way do I go first? Down here. Here's Danger Bubble's favourite enemies. That is Nommy Boy. I've come to the wrong one first, haven't I? Idiota. Idiota. Yeah, your baby's about to die. It's taking a shot to the mouth. Oh yeah, Velociraptors. Velociraptors. There's so many names. Okay, so on easy, no one comes out of here, but from hardcore onwards, they do. But standard, I always forget about, because standard is a bit. Well, standard's boring. Whereas standard on RE2 is quite funny. It's quite boring on this one. You either want to meme it up on easy, or just start having some fun on hardcore. There's some flame rounds. Bada bing. Of course there is, so. But I got the idea to do that from what was it I did? I did go to the right one first. Fuck. It's fine, everyone's dead anyway, so. And we don't need first aid sprays. Someone did it on Twitch, no, not Twitch, Twitter, and it was awful because they'd recorded it, but they hadn't recorded it with the music cut off of both sides. So it was a very awkward splice. So I recorded the fight and then I recorded that run just there, where she says it, but with nothing, only the voice actors, and yeah, I spliced it in, and it worked so well, especially when she then says, come on, next time take the effing hint, you know, it's just, it worked so well. And the entire time of it is, I think it's like nearly 8 hours long. So we'll put that away for a minute and keep the shotgun shells. Put that away as well. We'll take the grenade launcher because we need that for the fight with Nemi. Acid rounds. Actually, we'll put those away because we don't need it at the moment. Because I've done the RE2 and RE3 whole story. So it starts with this, gets to Jill in the hospital, and Carlos has done the raid. Then it cuts to Resident Evil 2. It's Claire A, Leon B, interconnected as best as I can do it with how the game's set up. And then once RE2's finished, it cuts back to literally the last half hour with our Jilly here. So it was fun. There's pretty much no damage on it except for the last fight with Nemesis and the Hunk run, because we ended up putting the 4th survivor in, so Hunk's right at the end of it as well. I'm not going to do Tofu because that's just stupid. Not that anything's against the Tofu levels, I just think that's a bit of an overkill. Come on. Now. Open wide. There we go. So yeah, that was going to coincide and be the 100th YouTube video. And then we had all those issues, so yeah, it'll just be whatever. Come on. You can dodge around him, but it can be a waste of time. I did think of, while I was playing Resident Evil 6 the other day actually, about doing the same sort of thing with Resident Evil 6, but the storyline for that is all over the place. Because it takes place over like the course of a year, and they're all interconnected with each other. So to try and do that would be such a headache. And unless I literally come into some super money where I don't have to do anything other than this for a living and edit, I wouldn't ever have the time to do it. So I'm quite happy just to do RE2 and 3 remakes. Raccoon City Saga. So I want the bag. Okay, so what have we got? 2 A's make an explosive, A and a B makes flame. Because I keep doing tests while I'm playing this about the 2 Nemesis fights with the grenade launcher to see which one hurts him the most, explosive or fire, because acid doesn't really do anything, but it messes up the hunters real good. but you don't really get a lot of the powder for the explosion rounds. It's just kind of lame.
Carlos, can you hear me now? Yeah, I'm alive. I lost him.
No, you didn't. You haven't lost him, Jill. Man, don't you just love it when they grab your head like that? Run, Jill, run!
Can you use weapons?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so what have we got? We want to take that and the grenades. Shotty shells. And the flame rounds. So, flame on. I got to admit, it was really fun going back through this for someone the other day, having to re-platinum it. It was really fun. Even the grind was okay to unlock everything for him. Get off. Stop.
I gotta get out. Quick.
Who knows, when I get my Xbox out of storage and everything set up, we'll do all the achievements on that. That could be fun. I get why everyone got a bit upset with the fact that there is a very little nemesis compared to the original, but if you're not exploring and you're trying to get out like you're supposed to, because you know you're trying to get away, it's Nemesis is in it the whole time. In fact, I'd say he's in it more in this than he is in the original, because he only turns up after you trigger him in the original. In this, he turns up at all set pieces. So he's a bit more of a little bugger. Right, we've got plenty of stuff. Let's go kick his ass. Okay, so run over here. Let him set fire to that. Explosive rounds.
Still kicking?
Peace.
Carlos? It's Jill. Do you read me? Yeah. Bastards dead.
Fuck him. Shut up. Don't tell me what to do. Carlos is a lot better in this version, I think, compared to the original. In the original, he was just a little bit annoying. Do 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 do. Yeah, I hated him in the original. In the original, I just thought it. But I didn't mind him in this. He was a lot more believable as a character. Alright, let's get Kendo out of the way. Sorry about your daughter, Kendo, but we don't care. Keep the rocket launcher to grenade launcher even to one side. We don't need that just yet. We need a grenade for in a minute for when we're running away from him, don't we? So we'll keep the grenades. I mean, I could just rocket launcher the rest of the game if I could. Can't be asked, but I'm trying to be entertaining. Oh, god damn it. Not anymore, it's not. So I stole it. Kidoki. Right, let's go and play with Nemi for a little bit. Lie down, Seymour. Let's get rid of that one. Feed me. You dead. Who dead? You dead. I think the only one that's... I don't know who's better or who's worse is Nikolai. Because in the original, he's real badass and real heartless. In this, he's a real sly piece of shit.
Monster? Really?
Come on. Dodge, dodge, dodge. There we go. Cutscene. Run! Run! I wonder if he screws the way he shoots, because, you know, he misses everything. Get the grenade ready.
And lead him right to you?
And a good thing for speedrunners, which is a neat little tip, is every radio call stops the clock in this game. So if you're trying to get the time limit, just walk while you're doing the phone calls. It's absolutely legendary. Or you could just unlock the rocket launcher and run away through it and not care. Like we're going to do in a minute. Hey baby. Oh, he's so angry. Nemi be pissed. Really? He's gonna rocket launch me from here? There's your clip. Jill on the verge of death, chucking a grenade. Jill's OP. She does seem to run a little bit faster when she's injured though. Come on Chuck, let's go.
Carlos, I know we didn't get off to a great start. Thanks.
Hey, you saved my ass first. You're a hell of a lot braver than me.
Let me in!
What matters is that we can get everyone out of the city now.
Yeah. Now you'll be safe.
Safer than a kid at church on Sunday.
From the sound, I won't be catching the train.
Why not?
Now there are new orders. If it means I can help save the city, it's fine by me.
See you later, Carlos. Let's watch Nemesis kill everybody, because that's always fun. He's not after me. Slippery little... human being. Mikhail's badass in this. Again, I don't know. He's a lot more active in this than he was in the original because he was just led on the bench
This is the police station. You sure?
until you went back for an additional cutscene, and then he kicks a barrel down the alley and shoots the shit out of everything. Oh, come on, Brad, just lie down. There we go. Even Tyrell's pretty badass in this, because he just turns up and dies, doesn't he, in the original? Spoilers. That can go, that can go, that can go. Should we play it properly with Carlos, or should we just rocket launcher it? There it is. This is going to make this run literally like 10 minutes.
Let's find him and take him into custody. Custody? I thought this was a rescue.
The Banhammer Happy moderator.
Carlos, I've located the Stars office. Remember, Bard had access to his brother's darkest secrets. He knows we're trying to keep him on thumbs. So this search and rescue mission is really more like
Find and detain. Good to know.
Good to know. I'll open the shutter so you can get through. You stay here and find out what's going on here at the station. Call you if I find it. Hey! Be careful. Yeah.
You too, man. Come on, Carlos. Run, run, run. Up and at him, soldier.
What the hell was that thing?
That was a thirsty girl, mate.
Here we go.
The floor's lava too. Uh-oh. Instant weight loss.
Big warm RPD welcome.
See? Looks like a completely new person. Oh, wait. Wrong person. Nah, the diet didn't work. Don't need that. That's what happens when you nap on the job, officer. Doctor, I've got this really burning sensation in my toes. I'm not surprised your foot's on fire. Itchy, burny scalp. Relieved with a rocket launcher to the head. Oh, God. Yeah. Literally, the rocket launcher is so much fun in this game. I do need to mess around and use the hot dogger knife, because that just looks absolutely insane. Setting peeps on fire. I'm down for that. John had been on duty for 30 hours. Carlos, the manager, said, "Why are you sleeping? You're not off duty yet." Punishment for sleeping on the job. Yes, Carlos, it is. It's very effed up shooting anybody, let alone cops. Carlos, whilst hall monitoring, found yet another police officer lying down on the job. This one flew like a ballerina in the air. Carlos is too stupid to realise that these police officers aren't sleeping, they're dead. Yet another one. Let's give him a shot where he loves it. Ready, aim, enema. Carlos goes back to his hall monitoring duty. God, I'm sad. I need to get a life. I really do. Okie dokie. So, as per RE2, just walk, because you'll annoy the liquor. Oh, look at them cuddling. Sometimes rockets are better than brains, mate. Because I just blew yours away. Carlos is too dumb to realise you need a key to open some doors. Hey buddy, floor's lava. Oh God, I love that game.
Mine now.
Oh God. You can tell I don't get out much. Wow, it's raining. Police officers. I'd definitely give that a 6 out of 10 in terms of how he flew and how he twisted, but it was the landing that he botched, so oh well. Maybe next year, sport.
Copy that.
No worries, G, no worries. The floor is lava.
One at a time, take a number.
This guy didn't knock.
Sucks to be pumped.
How do you like your liquors? Fried and dyed, deep fat fryers. Wise. Da 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 da.
Look around, see if you can find anything useful.
Now, I just want to do this because I don't know if it's going to work. See if it'll do it. No, oh, that's such a shame. No, it doesn't do it. That's a shame. I was all down for that. That would have been funny. Let's go. Pretty much, Jill. All these people with bikes. What's going on? Do 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 do. Okay.
Carlos?
Alrighty, so we're gonna get rid of that and that a minute. I want to get that out. We want to pull that out, so oh. Have I got any more explosive in there or not? No. Right, let's head on. Deep fried police officer. The floor is lava, guys. Even you. Bum bum bum. Run. Come on, Joe. And we're off. Dump da dump da dump da dump da dump ba dump. I love the fact that I missed this the very first time I played it.
Carlos? Respond.
Yeah, what's up?
We didn't make it. The train derailed.
Derailed. Was anyone hurt?
Everybody's dead. Mikhail, everybody. Nikolai left us to die.
Never mind. Run! Whee! Go on, Jill. Come on, Gruesome. Alrighty, so he's changing to run around the stadium. Pew! I think Nemesis is pretty annoyed. Pew! Oh, I missed. Son of a bitch. Gotcha. Whee!
Carlos, you still there? You're gonna cut off now?
Boo, 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 boo. How much for a fried nemesis? On toast. About 50 cents, 50 quid. Depends on who's cooking. If it's Gordon Ramsay, it'll be a lot. Okay, so I want to do that. Get rid of that. Ready for next round. Are we having fun, Danger Bubbles? Good stuff. Oh, you can't fry Jill. That's so unfair. It's not fun at all. Carlos decided to go fuck everything up. Floor is lava. See? You didn't move fast enough. Whee! I should know this backwards. I can do Mega Man 2 with pretty much with my eyes closed, and yet I always forget to turn at that doorway. Hey boys, floor is lava. I'm just going to do a clip session of the floor is lava. I think that could work. Up the stairwell. Cube body. I didn't jump the first time, I'm still not jumping. Carlos, still patrolling, finds another person asleep on duty. I think he's a bit over-eager in how he does his job, said Thomas the Tank Engine. Down here, because we need the key. Seems we're not worried about Carlos's stuff. Doo-doo. Come on. Up and up and up. I don't like the cleaner. Cleaner's not doing a very good job, I have to say. Quite appalling. What's up, Doc? Fun fact, from like Nightmare up, Hardcore upwards, these guys are actually getting up when you come out of that room. So it's awesome. Nah, it doesn't look like him at all. Is there one coming up here? Floor is lava, Doc. Woo! Is that a good or a bad thing? Listen, the buffet's closed. Immaculate form. Shame about the landing. Floor is lava, Docs. Do you know, with those burns, you really should go to the hospital and get those looked at. Is that thing still alive? I just shot it point blank with a rocket and it lived. That's impressive. Look, I know you're tired, Doc, but come on. You know, you need to take care of yourself. At least have a shower. Change into some fresh clothes. It's just... You know, just don't lie there. I know depression sucks, but... Come on. Hygiene is very important. And as for you, wow. I don't know what's eating you, but you look dead. Oh God. I showed my friend the clips that you done. The one the floor is lava. He absolutely loves it. You caught it perfectly. Let's see if we can get them to do the YMCA. No. 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 Oh, hello. Hang on. There's a Y. Could that is that a Y or could that technically be an M? You know, that there and the thing and then that could technically be an M. So where's the C? Have we got a C? No, that's another Y. There's the A. I don't believe it. Not a single C, unless, you know, we go like that. So. Y. M. C. A. Oh, we got. I'm gonna. Oh, Jesus. Oh dear Lord, I need to get a life. Oh. Scratching my back with my shower loofah. Carlos looking for a doctor. Finds dead.
Bard's dead. He's been shot.
Carlos went to all the top schools.
Is it here?
Mate, I don't have bad jokes. I have terrible jokes. I hate to say it, there is a difference.
Hang tight.
I'm ahead of the curve. Problem is the curve's like half a second. And through the door. Wow. Oh, hello. Could there be a YMCA in here? Well, that kind of looks like an M. That's the Y. That's a Y. Nah, we don't have a C. That's a shame. We could have had the YMCA in that room too. Time to pump Jill full of this pink stuff. Yeah, that actually sounded really bad.
Sounds like they were running.
La-dee-dee. Well, I just seen a zombie try to bum another zombie, so... The floor is lava, boys and girls. Whee! Pump Jill full of pink stuff. Le fleur is lava. It's on this day that Carlos realised that maybe he should not have gone to Raccoon City for his vacation. Das floor is lava. Hey, grotesque stuff. Come and catch me! Yoo-hoo! There we go, we got a C. Right there. Well, pink is also kind of, you know, innuendo-y. Ooh-er. Boom! Okay, headshot. Maybe not. Yeah, good night, Hunter. Did I say you could get up, Doc? Wendy, I can fly! I can't say that, I'll get thrown off of Twitch. Ever heard of that POD song? Actually, has anybody ever heard of POD? The guys who did Alive and the album Satellite. Did you see the YMCA we managed to do a minute ago, Josh? Okay, Sifflo is lava. Boom. Satellite, yes. Quality song. Very good album, very good album. We'll clip it in a bit and put it on the channel. we managed to find a YMCA in the room I blew everyone up in. Das Tor ist Lava! I'm gonna pop the white ball. Typhoid Mary gets her shot. Forgot about you. Yeah, I don't think I ever listened to anything POD after that album. Because there was what? Youth of the Nation, which was a great song. A great song about teen angst. Which a lot of people that are older should actually listen. They might actually learn something. What was the other one? Alive, which was a great track. Here Comes the Boom. Or I think it's just called Boom. Oh no, I tell a lie. They actually did Rey Mysterio's entrance music in WWE. Booyaka Booyaka 619. I think it was called. Or 619, whatever it was called. Make a wish. They literally hit in 2000, 2001 over here and then just disappeared again. That's it. Fighting for Dominic. I think I'd stopped watching by that point. It got a bit too stupid for me. I mean, I got no problem with stupid stuff, as clearly evident, but yeah, I went right off of WWE. It's boring. We're not going to go for the Magnum. We're just going to go straight for the thingamabob. Do we mention the wrestler that murdered his family? Yeah, I mean, God, what was the last one I watched? I actually went out of the way to find it. Goldberg Lesnar. Was it Survivor Series when Goldberg just slapped the crap out of Lesnar in 20 seconds? And then they had the follow-up and then the WrestleMania match, which was terrible, again. I think that was the last time I really watched it. Because I did actually start reviewing it for a little while in 2014, 2015. And then it just got a little bit too stupid. I think once CM Punk left, it went pretty bad. And then Dean Ambrose leaving as well. I watched the old stuff. I've got a lot of the old stuff ripped from years ago. So if I'm ever in the mood for it, I'll go back and watch old stuff. Like Taker should have retired at WrestleMania 26 after Shawn Michaels and his rematch again. He should never have kept going. Poor guy. Goldberg, yeah. Lesnar, My favourite wrestler went into the Hall of Fame and then died. The Ultimate Warrior. Old Matt and Jeff. Yeah, they were cool. Problem is, it's gotten too stunt happy. It's not wrestling, it's just moves. And what was the first thing I saw Jeff? Royal Rumble 2000, when he jumps off the stage and puts Bubba, I think, for a table. I can't remember. That was a waste of time. When he done that, I just started thinking that guy's back is going to be in half, and lo and behold, he's pretty much got a knackered back. Plus, he's a junkie as well and everything, and he cleans up for a couple of months and then just goes bad again. It's like, dude, come on, get well. Come on. Yeah, he's being arrested yet again. It's like the Dudley boys weren't too bad. Edge and Christian were okay, but again, when you do all those stupid stunts, I mean, look at Edge. He's already snapped his neck pretty much, and only just come back, and he shouldn't have. Yeah. It's like I'm more surprised when I wake up and there isn't a wrestler's death. Yep. Like Christian's pretty much knackered because he's got post-concussive syndrome. I always rated Christian more than Edge, especially when he cut his hair short and he actually looked like a proper person. I couldn't take him seriously when he had his long hair, but as soon as he cut his hair short, whereas Edge, it didn't matter. But for some reason, Christian just didn't look legit with long hair. And we're one away from Giggity. I didn't want to pick up the other one, but... Because it's like I grew up with Hulk Hogan and all that, and at least he went away like now and again and disappeared so other people could be there. To have John Cena for like 12 years and then Roman Reigns, I just, no. And I loved John Cena when he first came out in 2004, I think it was 2003, but yeah, once he won the belt and he was on everything, he just, yeah, he was terrible. But when he was up against the right people and he would sell, he was awesome. Like Edge, Punk, who else was it? Lesnar. And yes, I cannot stand Triple H. Cannot stand the guy. This is where the stream cuts down because Triple H has ownership in it. I don't like Edge. I liked Punk on the mic. I wouldn't say he was as good in the ring as he makes out he was. He was good on the mic and giggity. But yeah. Really? Like Kurt Angle was one of my favorites in the 2000 era. Chris Benoit, I know we can't say his name. He was pretty legit. Scotty 2 Hotty and Dean Malenko, their match at Backlash 2000 is an utter classic. It is truly phenomenal what those two boys did. Who else was there in like 2000? Not Jericho. Can't stand him. I've met Chris Jericho, and he's a douche. No, I want the box. Okay, so we want high grade and that. I want that. Is it 2 Bs to make acid? What have I got in there? I got explosive rounds, so that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. There we go. Who else was there? Shannon Moore, yeah. Yeah. The guy he was with, what was his name? Hurricane Helms. He was pretty badass as well. I used to love The Rock. Can't stand the guy now. Cannot stand him. Because he did exactly what he pissed and moaned about back in the 90s. He did when he came back recently. Stone Cold, yeah, he's okay. He's had some really good matches, but when he wasn't in WWF. Who else was there?
All right, let's get this done.
See, I liked Brock Lesnar back in the day. I think it's lazy how he is booked now, because all he does is just chuck people around. It's kind of boring. It was fun when he first came back, but never really rated Taker. I liked Kane for about when he first joined, but then it got old real quick. Don't really like Mick Foley because, you know, any idiot can jump off a cage. You know, he seems like such a lovely guy, but you know what he put himself through just to get Vince and all that lot of money. It's just, dude, come on, that was way stupid, and it hurt the business as well, because now everyone's got to do stupid shit like that to get the crowd to pop. I don't really like Shawn Michaels, but I respect him because of what he used to be like. Who is it? Oh God, there's so many. Like the Legion of Doom, and then one of them passed away from a heart attack. Hawk, you know, it's just. Yeah, poor Owen Hart, you know, pass away because of what happened in the ring. Well, fall into the ring, I should say. You know. The problem I've got with it as a whole is, if you go back and watch the old school Royal Rumbles, like we're talking early ones, even like early 2000s to about 2006, you could still have a guess because it seemed like anybody could win it. And then from about, I think it was 2006, 2007, it's blatantly obvious. Like Randy Orton in 2009, it was obvious he was going to win it because they basically said at the beginning of the Royal Rumble, not at the Royal Rumble, when he walks into the Royal Rumble, I should say, and Triple H just stood there. And it's like, Randy Orton's never won a Royal Rumble. It's like, oh, okay, now I know who's won it. Thanks, JR, you're an idiot. but it's all predetermined, so who cares? Yeah. And that was when Orton got really good. And then, you know, I don't care what anybody says. You go back and look at some of these people that are getting hot, as they call it in that business, and then you look at who they go up against, and it's Triple H. Randy Orton in 2009, when he's getting white hot, and then suddenly he fights Triple H, and he basically loses everything. He loses the heat because he lost the belt at Mania. Although he did win it back at like Backlash in the dumbest way possible, with the punt to the face, and then he just lost everything to Batista. CM Punk in 2012, you know, up against Triple H and lost everything because of Triple H. Booker T, you know, Steve Austin being like the hated heel, and then suddenly Triple H had to jump with him in 2001. Just, the guy is literally a cancer to the wrestling business. It's just like, go away. And if you're listening WWE, I'll have a job and I will do your job better than anybody, because, you know, you guys are dumb. Wrestling Logic 101. You don't need 100 titles. You do it more like the UFC and boxing and so forth. Do they have a tag team division now? Because I don't think they pretty much didn't when I last watched it. Oh, that was another thing, when Triple H and Shawn Michaels came back together and basically destroyed the Legacy and the Spirit Squad. And Randy Orton and Edge when they reformed when they formed RKO. So hooray for Triple H. I knew there was another one. Come on. That's when it started getting boring, is when it was easy to figure out who was winning everything. But then the people that should have won didn't win because they wanted to swerve, and it was like, no, you're not swerving, you're being a dick. That story makes no sense. Because if you go by real terms, an older person is not gonna beat a younger person. Yeah. So it's like, I know Kevin Nash is like, it's mid-high low, isn't it? Kevin Nash is like nearly 7 foot tall and 300 pounds, but you got a 200 and something pound guy who's 6 foot and, you know, 20 years old, or like 20 years younger. He's gonna beat him by wearing him out first. But they don't think like that. It's just, no. So it's just absolutely dumb, and Vince has lost the plot completely from what I've seen, because a friend of mine just keeps watching it and telling me, and it's like, mate, I don't watch wrestling anymore. Not even I don't watch any of it, not even Japanese. I would watch AEW, but it just seems like WWF light. And they've got the same problem WCW's got, or had, I should say. Because what it'll be is, hey, we've given everybody creative control, and it's like, that was the dumbest thing you could do, guys. Didn't you pay attention to ECW and WCW? So I want mine rounds. I want to take that. Yeah, Vince always had his favourites, but that was the thing. Like when we went to Florida, we went to a live show, and when was this? This was 92. Yeah, 92. Hogan had left for his hiatus because of the steroid scandal, and it was Ultimate Warrior versus Papa Shango, which was great. It was over in like 20 seconds. But we had the Beverly Brothers and Legion of Doom. Bret Hart was there, Shawn Michaels. It was a really good card, but you know, everything was a match, and it seemed like anybody could win. Like Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, and you know, you go down the list. Shawn and Shelton Benjamin. It was backwards and forwards. Now it's, you can blatantly tell. You can remember what happened in '92. Yeah, I can remember a lot, because that was my second WrestleMania I ever saw. No, third. First one was WrestleMania 6, second was 7, and third was 8. And I cried at the end of WrestleMania 6 because Warrior beat Hogan. Because he was my favourite wrestler. Because I've still got the Intercontinental belt that we bought in Florida, and it's hanging over my spare TV. That's above the TV that I use. I'll see if I can put a photo on Twitch of it. Because that was the year I got my Game Boy, because we brought it back from Florida. Okay. Alright, let's go pop this mother. And actually this year I've been looking for the replica belts, like, you know, like the foam ones and everything, and they aren't, they're ridiculously overpriced, but they aren't too bad like the old school ones, like the one I got, the tag title and the heavyweight one. They're about 50-60 pound, but the more modern ones are a lot more ridiculous. I've got the 98 Intercontinental belt. Jesus Christ, the RNG's nuts here. What the hell's going on? Jesus Christ, that RNG was insane. But yeah, I've got the 1998 Intercontinental belt with the WWF logo, and I've got the European belt, but it's WWE, and I'm looking for the 98 version, which is WWF. Really? Jesus Christ. We're dead. That's the worst RNG I've seen on this one. Ever. He's never been that aggressive on standard. That's interesting. That is very interesting. He has honestly never been that aggressive. Oh, it's fine. Right, let's go put that pistol away and get a herb a minute, because... There we go, and... Cool, so what have we got? Flame rounds. That should go. Let's go. Batter up. But yeah, there was Sid Justice, who went by the name of Psycho Sid when he came back in 96 to... Was it 98? Yeah, WrestleMania 13 he was there too. Psycho Sid, Sid Vicious in WCW. Come on.
Jill, is that you?
Yeah, he was a freaky deaky. Burning bum. I think that's it. There we go.
Here comes the crane. Use it to climb up.
Yes, Daddy. I can still remember when Sid Justice threw Hulk Hogan out of the Royal Rumble. That was like the fucking ultimate betrayal ever. Even when Hulk Hogan had dumped like Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man out of the Rumble over the years, like no shit's given or anything. The second it happened to Hulk Hogan, it was like, what? It was so funny. I can remember laughing my ass off, but hating the fact that Ric Flair won it. So go figure. Oh, I done that wrong, didn't I? Dumbass. So what have we got in there? We want mine rounds, so we'll get rid of shotty because we don't need the shotty because we're just memeing. Let's have a look at that as well because I've not used that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to use that. That sucks. What we'll do is once we've got the PC up and running as well, we're going to play some old school WWF games. One of my favourites is WrestleMania Challenge for the NES. And that's one I really can't wait to start playing because I love that. Just run around as the Ultimate Warrior. It's so much fun. Doing the double axe handle to their face, like kapow, have it. Come on, Nemi. Fun fact, if you stand there too long with the gun, he squashes you. I shouldn't have done it that way, because if I would have been hit, I would have been instantly killed. But, you know, memes. It's like the one I do want to play is the WCW N64 games, World Tour and Revenge with you guys. I think that'll be awesome. Just when you run up and do a clothesline, they do a 360. Come on, Jill. Oh. I thought I'd got him. Now I have. Memes. Ow. Oh yeah, forward. Ew. Next time. Ah, don't you just love it when they do that? I think they might want to patch out that face that she makes. It's a bit too risque. Yeah. He's just done the regen with a shit ton of acid in him, so it wouldn't surprise me. See, that's the thing. the satisfaction of messing up Nemesis in the classic one, where you literally one-hand him with the Magnum, is something to behold. This, as epic as it is, where she just shoves that thing in his face and causes him to explode, it's not a patch on it, because she should have just gone up with the Magnum and blew his fucking head off. Pardon my French. So we're going to shoot him in the chest. There we go, done. And we died, what, 3 times? God, that sucks. A B rank. I know. This isn't Mega Man 10. 67 hours, 37 minutes and 46 seconds. I've pumped a lot into this game for some reason. I must have overwritten my Inferno difficulty. Yeah. Because they were up there. That's fine. It's been done. Oh no, there they are. See, 8th. You can tell right there. Like, these 3 here. Because every time you return, the clock goes ahead. So you have to reload, but I didn't realise you could just reload the save you got, so I put 3 saves. So that's my times. I got 1 death, which really pissed me off with Inferno. But I don't want to redo Nightmare and Inferno because I want to keep the times I have. If that makes sense. I know it sounds stupid, but as ridiculous as it sounds, Inferno is only 5 seconds difference from Hardcore, and Nightmare was a longer slog on the final Nemesis than Inferno. But yeah, good game, good fun. Let's run through the rocket launcher for about 20 minutes. Actually, I think I got a save on an assisted somewhere that we can just meme it up with. Defend Jill. There we go. Escape the creature. Right back at the beginning. At least it's after the building bit. So we're going to do some memes. But yeah, back to wrestling. Who else was there back when I watched it? Obviously Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace. Batista, whose best run was just before he finished. Where he became Hollywood Batista. Where he beat John Cena in the Elimination Chamber. And said, those guys aren't there to protect me, they're here to protect you from me. Which was epic. That was when I became a Batista fan. What else we got? We need... I don't know why we've got 2. Because we're a noob. Memes time. I used to really dig Randy Orton, but then he got boring. Never liked Triple H, I think that's obvious.
Still kicking?
Bow down. Who else was there? Raven was good in ECW and WCW.
It's Jill. Do you read me?
Diamond Dallas Page was not bad in WCW, but, you know, ruined in WWF. Jake the Snake was awesome. I don't know if I preferred Razor Ramon or Scott Hall. Personas, I don't know. Always liked Mr. Perfect. Carlito was pretty cool. Carlito Caribbean Cool. The man who stabbed John Cena in the nightclub. Who else was there back in the day? That weird guy Heidenreich and Snitsky, who were feuding with Taker and Kane. Mark Henry, waste of time, same as Big Show. Who else? Obviously you gotta love the Hart Foundation, because if you don't, we can't be friends. Ew. No, I'm just gonna run. Who else was there? Loads. Heads up. Rockets ahoy. Who else? Obviously Shelton Benjamin was pretty badass. Straight into the cutscene. I don't know if anybody remembers the guy that eliminated Undertaker in 2002's Royal Rumble, Maven, who then just did nothing. I'm a little busy right now, Carlos. Kofi Kingston, not bad, but he's just become a big meme because of the Royal Rumbles. Lance Storm was kind of boring. Booker T was okay. He was better in WCW though, I think. Rob Van Dam, pretty good, but again was a lot better in ECW.
My ass first. You're a hell of a lot braver than me.
Well, what matters is that we can get everyone out of the city now.
Yeah. Hey, you'll be safe.
What about you?
From the sound of it, I won't be catching the train.
Why not?
It's very Simpsons-esque, isn't it, that head rolling?
If it means I can help from the city, it's fine by me.
Alrighty. Done. Done. Who else was there? Scott Steiner, kind of useless. Way too much arrogance and bad attitude.
All right, keep your head straight on, Romeo. This is
Yeah.
the station. You sure? It looks like a season with me.
It's like, what's it? Is his name Roman Reigns? Is that his name? Just don't see what Vince sees in him at all.
It's open.
That would be Zombie Kill of the Week. That is true. That is definitely Zombieland stuff right there. I need to watch Zombieland again. I haven't watched it in a while. The second one was okay.
Carlos, take a look at this. I've located the SARS office. Remember, Bard had asked...
You'd have a tripwire that would cause like two logs to come and squash their head together, like in Saw / Return of the Jedi. That would be one funny way.
Good to know. I'll open the shutter so you can get...
Oh, it's not wood in it in Saw. It's two blocks of ice that crush his head.
Call you if you find it.
I think it's been a while since I watched the Saw movies,
Be careful.
and even then I did them all back to back in a day just to get ready for Jigsaw, which was terrible. But the ending was funny,
What the hell was that thing?
especially when everyone was kicking off saying it was all crap. I thought the ending was great. Yes.
Stick around.
You just got to get yourself like the scum of the earth and tie them to a boulder and smother them in hot sauce and all that, so that zombies are nibbling on, and you just cut the rope so that you get a shed load of zombies just attached to this rock. Or even better, you get somebody on the boulder that's on the catapult, pretty much dead, someone who's dying anyway. You just leave them there because they don't want to come back, but you cover the rest of the rock in super glue, like super silly putty glue that's impossible to get off. It's instant stick, and you get all these zombies stuck to it, and then you cut the rope and just watch it go. Chuck a piano out of the window. That's one there. I watched way too much cartoons as a kid. That missed? Good for him. What's up, John? Right, have we got the YMCA this time? That looks like an M to me. That looks like an A. Sorry, no, that's the C, isn't it? There's the Y, and that's the A. There we go. We've got a YMCA. Y. M. C. A. That's a clip. That's 2 YMCAs in one run. And I guess that's an I. Or a cactus. Look at us, guys. We're cacti.
Kind of fucked up shooting cops.
Don't be that bot. Don't be that guy. Be cacti. Oh Lord. Time for your enema, Mr. Jones. Yeah, I tried running away from that too. Definitely need to change the rating of this to like PG-13. It's too late for you, kid. We're already in the house. Okay, come and get me. Oh, he's not wearing. Aw, poor baby. That's it, Carlos. Nighty night. Yeah, poor guy. He'll sleep it off. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 boo. It's raining police officers. Now they're barbecued. Yes. I smell bacon. How'd you like your pork? Well done? Fucking hell, that one's got definitely some burnt ends. Yeah, go for it. I'm always down for the macabre. I watch Chainsaw Massacre. Memes, memes, memes. You have expertise in this area? I wouldn't say it's macabre unless you've actually... unless you come out with you've eaten them. And then that's like, oh, okay. What else do you do for a hobby? Oh. It's one of those, you can understand, like, if you're stuck. Like in that, is it that film Alive, where the plane crash in the mountains, and they've actually got to eat one of the, they've got to eat the passengers. But let's eat Derek. He's the one that tastes like belly pork. We're gonna have some of that. We can't eat Cindy. She tastes too much like bacon. And as for Johnny, well, he's got chicken wings, and there's no meat on them. The Donner Party. Yeah, oh god, I haven't read up about the Donner Party for years. I love reading up on all that stuff, it's so funny. Oh, Jesus. That's nuts, that should just automatically be cut, thing. Oh well. Floor is lava. American Murder Song. I think I heard it.
You're gonna crap out on me now?
I think I know what you're on about. Because the kiddie I work with is into all kinds of stuff. I don't know why I'm going around collecting all this. Yeah. Let's get out of this place. Wow, 99. $3.99. Kill. Has anyone heard No FX and Kill All the White Man? I think that's the. I've heard a few No FX songs, but that's the only one I know of. Right, okay, so that's not a... No, there's a C. That's more like a I. No, there's no YMCA in here. That's a shame. Do you want to hear a funny joke? Jeffrey Dahmer was craving Five Guys before it became a restaurant. Floor's lava. He's just blown away by that joke. So we've got our C. That could be the A. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my stout. That way. Nice. Can't go wrong with that. Jeffrey Dahmer got caught because he had a problem dumping the bodies. But, you know. So all those jokes are that, you know, from when I was a kid, you know, you could get away with saying. You can't say half of this stuff now because, you know, looking back, it is kind of wrong. Because, you know, you're ridiculing the people that he murdered. And that's not nice. That's really not nice. We don't do jokes about Ted Bundy. Or, what's his name? Gacy. John Gacy. Nice. You have to send me the link on Twitter. I'll take a look at it. Well, I'll listen to it, I should say. Get rid of that. Mo, yeah. Mo, 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 mo. Mo, mo. Mo. Moo. Here comes the green thing. Kaboom! That's gonna give you a headache. Alrighty. So yeah, 3 years today. Chester took his own life. What a sad day for music. bad day for music. I still can't hear it in the end, because if I do, I'll just burst into tears. Especially the version Mike Shinoda did at the Reading Festival later that year, where he done it basically acoustic on the keyboard. You know, my heart just goes out to him so much. Because the poor guy's like... I know what it's like to lose someone's really, really dear to you, like one of your dearest friends, and very suddenly as well. Not just a case of it's a sickness; it's literally something that happens, and yeah, it's so destroying. I don't even know who that one is, Lavinia Fisher. I'll have to look that one up. I think I've heard the Alphabet song. I think I've heard of the Alphabet song. It rings a bell that someone... It might be my friend Ant, because he's a big metalhead. Or it might have been Seb, a dentist I used to work with, who's a very big metalhead as well, and into all stuff that isn't normally on or like on my radar by anybody else. Because like 99% of the people I know are just all crappy popular stuff. That's the one.
All right, Joe. Hang tight.
Do you know what? We're going to load, because I don't want to do the thing again. Yeah, just jump to this bit, because I don't want to do the raid bit again. I've done it enough this month. That sounds like a 10 Rydington Place guy. And someone Cotton, Marianne Cotton, I think her name was. Inventory management. So why the heck? Which one have I missed? Which one have I got and which ones haven't I got? Kaboom! Good old Wild West times. when you say the word yella and everyone would just suddenly shoot each other. Okay, so I've been down here. So I've got that one. Oh, blimey. We got to go that way anyway, so might as well check down there in a sec. Okay. So if I put them all in, gross. I must have done, yeah. I think the Wild West days would have been fun, you know, just have yourself your own little bit of land, a little house. You had your own animals to eat and veg and so forth. Brilliant. When whiskey was whiskey.
Sure you don't need to stop?
Stop and do what? I got your back.
Run! Yeah, so we'll quickly do this and then we'll call it a night. It's literally the end of the memes. Just did it for some cheering up. Dude. No, it's that I want, isn't it? And we're off. Do do do. That'll cure your STI.
I might be able to use this to synthesize the vaccine.
Maybe. Floor's lava. I'm gonna call you Jim Carrey from Ace Ventura 2. Floor's lava. Nah. I want to boot up RE2 and see if we can find a YMCA in that.
This must be what powers it.
Alright, Doc, I got a burning sensation in my butt. Stay away from me with that. Go on, Jill, push it in. I just want to get like a top 10. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clip out the YMCA's from this, and I'm going to make like a top 10 floors lavas. I think the top one will be the first one though. That was absolute class. That was done very, very well. What's that, Doc? Athlete's foot? Exactly. Ew, look at that. Nah. What a bunch of letdowns. Not a YMCA in sight. She's obviously had too much virus. I usually say it without meaning to my doctor when I've got to speak to him. Like, yeah, thanks, Doc. What's up, Doc? Thanks for calling. They're like, yeah, very funny. Wow, he flew. Joe's just casually taking on Nancy's advice from Nightmare on Elm Street and walking away. I don't know if I get an eye roll at the moment because I haven't seen Doc in like this will be the 3rd month, but I get to do video calls. Floor's lava. She didn't fly. Okay. Sorry guys, maintenance man's just saying to a neighbour, God knows about what. Mid-high-low, I will remember. Time to meme it up. I can see why they made her wear shorts this time. Nice. Can't wait. Don't you show your bum to me.
I have to get that vaccine back.
Okay, he's gone. I thought he was going to start coming in and messing around here. Come on. Come on. That's a nice big one. Takes both hands. Come on. It's quite interesting because when I was doing my project and I turned off all the voices to see about the music, to see what I could do with the Jill quote, these are all different songs that play. So it was impossible to try and splice it, so it's just a case of I found a way around it with just filming with the audio of the voice. Heartburn. Did that get all of them? No, it didn't. That did though. And here we go. Kaboom. Poor Nemesis. Have you noticed the hole in the wall at the back, mind?
Good.
Because if you look, there's the hole where you've just shot him through the head, and then there's that hole from earlier as well. That's quite insane. That cannon's got a hell of a blast. You can see why Nemi was so pissed. Wah. And we're going up. And we're dead. Carlos. That's it. That was literally my first playthrough. 5 hours and 5 minutes. And most of that was at the beginning, just run around the city. 68 hours, 16 minutes. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. We've done like 4.5 hours on Resi 7, and we've done 3 hours on this, just as memes. Because otherwise I would have just sat and been bored and didn't want to do that. But yes, going to call it a night here in the UK and say peace out. Tomorrow we're going to be back, I believe it's from 4 to do... Let's bring my stream schedule up a second. I don't want that one. I believe it's like 4 till 8 we're going to do tomorrow. Come on. God, this laptop's dead. Yeah, from 4 PM tomorrow till 8 we're going to play Not a Hero, the DLC for RE7. First time plays. Then come back Wednesday between 2 till 8 we're going to do finish Mega Man 10 with bass, and then we're going to maybe start 9. There's no point doing 7 because that's going to be the weekend. And then we're off on Friday. There will be no stream because I need a day away from it. I want to just make a crack in other things I got to do, mess around with Twitch and sort out some other things. Friday we're back 4 till 8 to do Jake's campaign. Hopefully we can finish it. Probably finish it on another day and then do Ada's as well. Then Saturday we are premiering a new show called Multi-Game Madness. It's the Streets of Rage trilogy. That is from 3 PM until 9 PM, so we'll probably get through that and then maybe either do... It's possible we can do all 3 and then we could try the different endings in part 3 because there's multiple endings. So there's like ending on easy mode, then there's the ending on the proper difficulty, so we may do that. And then on Sunday another premiere. It's called Games I Never Beat, and it's with Mega Man 7 because I have never beaten Mega Man 7, and again it will be 3 till 9 because it's going to take ages. Might not take that long. If it doesn't, then we will get on to one of the other Mega Man games, maybe finish Mega Man 9 if we start on Wednesday, or do Mega Man 8. I'm not sure, maybe do both, but it'll probably take a while to do 7 because the last Wily boss is a pain. But yeah, that is the streams for this week. Today's literally been a casual day. I didn't really want to really know what to do, so I did that, and yeah, I was going to continue with Multi-Game Madness tomorrow, but someone asked for Not a Hero, so might as well, seeing as I just started Resident Evil 7 again, so might as well get it out of the way. We'll save End of Zoe for another time, unless we finish Not a Hero pretty quick, and then we'll do End of Zoe at the same time. But yes, that is the end of it. If you want to support the show, just have a heart and click our heart. That will be awesome. It helps in all ways possible because it will get us to affiliate, which we are grinding for real quickly to make up for the time we lost with YouTube. Games that are coming up, first time plays, there's Streets of Rage 4, Mega Man X 6, 7 and 8. What else is there that we've got? Resident Evil 0, the Resident Evil 1 remake. There is Wild Guns Reloaded. There's quite a few. We're looking to get Until Dawn, Dying Light, Dead by Daylight, what was the other ones? Curse of the Moon 2, and Resident Evil Code Veronica. They're all under the first time plays banners. Games I haven't really looked at yet because that was one I just thought of doing because I want to play Mega Man 7 again, and it didn't fall under any of the other names we've picked. Path to Platinum is continuing. It'll probably be a little while to pick up Resident Evil 4 because I have to play through 4 on normal to unlock professional, and I don't want to do that online because I've already put a bit of time to the stream. But then if people want it, I will do it on stream. Resident Evil 5 is going to be on Path to Platinum because it's nearly there. We've only got a handful left. First time plays also has Alien Isolation coming from YouTube over here, so we will have that for you guys to catch up with us. If you want to catch the first couple of episodes, it's on youtube.com/retrobiggie. I think there's 3 streams of that. We're up to level 11, I think it is, so it's nearly done. There's like 6 or 7 levels left. What else is coming up? I gotta find the names of the shows because there's so blimmin' many. Yeah, so that's it. I think today's going to be under a memes galore and a rocket to the face run. They're pretty much what they say they are. But yeah, we're having some fun on Twitch. We've done a lot of good stuff so far. We've had a lot of good feedback, especially from Twitch. They've been very helpful with their achievements and so forth. And it's getting to be a nice little community we're starting to build, which is awesome. So I'm going to say good night and goodbye from here in the UK. I hope you have a good day. I hope to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, whatever time it is in the world you are on the next stream. So I will see you in just under 24 hours. So what's that, 18 hours? 4 o'clock tomorrow. So 18 hours. I'm going to go and get some rest. And until then, I'll bid you adieu. You take care, guys, alright? You bye 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 bye.